Congressman Bartlett, did you have another comment you'd like to make? Did you have another comment?
Yes, thank you very much. I wanted to make a comment about the ballistic missile defense that Senator Gravel was talking about. He's correct. Our major ballistic missile defense is in Alaska. It will intercept missiles coming over the pole. Most of our potential enemies, the shortest route to get here is over the pole. In my judgment, I hope it will never be used, because the only time I think that it would be used is when the Russians, if they were to launch, and it would be very quickly swamped. They have thousands of missiles. If we're lucky, we'd take out the first half dozen or so, and that's it. This system is really made to defend against countries like North Korea and Iran. These people may be evil. They are not idiots. They will not launch from their soil. I have no idea why we're waiting until they develop an intercontinental ballistic missile which will reach us. They know that we will know from where it was launched, and they know that within about 30 minutes they will be vaporized, the whole darn country. They are a huge threat. But the launch will not come from their soil. It will come from somewhere in the ocean. We have big coastlines, essentially totally unprotected, and they will not be protected. Even if we decide we need to protect them, they will not be protected for years. And that's where the real threat comes from. And I think that the monies we have spent on our ballistic missile defense in Alaska are wasted monies, because we cannot protect ourselves against Russia. In my judgment, they're the only country that would ever come over the pole. Because if you have 100 weapons coming over, you know darn well where it came from. No one else has that many. So you know very well where it came from. It came from Russia. So they have no reason not to come over the pole. No one else has very many weapons, and they're not going to launch from their soil, because they know that, with our triad, with our submarines and so forth, they know that within about 30 minutes we would vaporize them. Do you think they would do that? That they're a huge threat, but it's from the ocean. It is not from their soil. Thank you.
Thank you. That was rhetorical. You don't feel compelled. Okay. Let me get up. Sir, Senator has also want to make a final comment. Senator?
Oh, no. I want to follow through with that. Captain, you made a challenge to us to respond. Would you repeat that challenge?
Well, you asked us to speculate on the reason.
No, you were asking us something that
Well, I asked you right back. What's your speculation?
Well, here, you were wondering whether or not we have forces in space. What do you think that all of these weapons are ICBMs in Alaska are about? You think they're about Korea? He's mentioned possibly Russia. They're not about Russia. We can, with our submarines, hold, one submarine can hold, which has got over 250 warheads. We can hold any people in the world hostage. Did you not notice a year ago, it's within a year, that the United States had a satellite and we let it come to Earth, and before it came into the atmosphere, we shot it down to make a demonstration that we have the capability of shooting down satellites in outer space? Do you recall that? Okay. Do you recall that 6 months later the Chinese did the same thing to tell us tit for tat, you can do it, we can do it too? And what country, and of course the amount of money we're spending to weaponize outer space is the supreme idiocy of the American government. Because we are the most vulnerable. If you talk to any scientist, any explosion in outer space, who's got the most satellites? I mean, you had to wipe out our whole communication system. You had to wipe out our economy. We're all dependent on satellites. So this is the kind of leadership and the appropriations that go forward in this idiocy. And now when you talk about, you get a president of the United States when we cut back, 100 nukes, and the Russians cut back 100 nukes, and we're breaking each other's arms, patting each other on the back. Just think of the insanity of targeting Russia and China today. Our banker is China. Russia, all they want to do is sell gas and oil to Europe so they can live well. And so it leaves you with the question mark, and this goes back to maybe and I'll end on this. You can be suspicious of what we don't know, But what we do know is so horrifying that you don't have any room for suspicion. It's a fact. And thank you very much for your testimony. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to take the prerogative of the chair and just thank you all once again. We've had a wonderful day from bent waters to nuclear and all that you've done. Tomorrow promises to be the day 3 with Roswell and others we are anticipating. We have thoroughly enjoyed you as presenters, as an audience on the subject. I don't think we can solve it all tonight. You guys are light years ahead of most of us on it. But do know that you have our ear and that we look forward to working with you. And with that, the prerogative of the chair, given to me by none other than Mr. Stephen Bassett. Just know that your written testimony will become part of our permanent document, and this committee is adjourned.